Alrighty, so I'm trying out stretch and rest on the deck. A new location for me to be teaching in. So if I lose some of the audio, please forgive me in advance. And if I lose my service altogether, I'll try my best to reconnect. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start this class seated like we always do. However, if there's a different shape that's better for your body, do that instead. Okay, so for me, I'm seated up on a bolster. And I have a couple blocks nearby because I know I'm going to be using those in the future. So hopefully you have those too. If you like to add blankets and pillows and things like that to your restorative portion of practice later on, please do that as well. Okay. So from a comfortable seat or whatever's best for you, close your eyes. Take a moment and roll your shoulders up and back. And then roll your shoulders up and forwards. Roll your shoulders up and back, let them settle down, lifting up your chest, engage your core a little bit, and just check in with your knees. If they're trying to lift up, give them a little bit more support. That support would go either underneath your knees, thighs, or underneath your feet, okay? So keeping the eyes closed with your inhale, let your belly expand. And then open up your mouth, a soft ha sound, just letting some stress go. Inhale through your nose. Soft exhale through your mouth. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Soft open mouth. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. This time through your nose, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale, 4. Pause. And through your nose, exhale, 4. Pause. Inhale, sitting up taller. Pausing at the top. And exhale, relaxing your shoulders. Pause at the bottom. Slow breath in. Slow breath out. Take a few moments to just focus on breathing this way on your own. Count to yourself if that is helpful. And take a deep breath in. And your slowest breath out. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or blink them open. And then slowly, without moving your torso, bring your chin down, shoulders back, lifting up your chest. Just trying to slowly stretch the back of your neck. Shoulders stay back. You can stay here or move your right ear over to your right shoulder. Right ear, right shoulder. And notice what you feel here. Check in with your left shoulder. It might be trying to lift up. You might be leaning a little bit. Sit up tall, shoulders down, stretching down through the left side. Bring your chin back down to center. And when you're ready, over to the left side. Taking a few moments. The extra tight areas are obvious, right? But we may need to move around a little bit. to see where our range of motion is. Maybe movement is not the right choice for you, right? So just listen to your body. Soft through the right shoulder, lifting up your chest. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. And bring your chin back down. Keep lifting up your chest and lift your head up afterwards. Okay, so from here, roll the shoulders up and back a few times. Let them settle. Okay, we'll move into our side stretch. So set yourself up with whatever support you need. Underneath your hands, I'll be using a block on each side. You may need different heights or different supports altogether from one side to the other. Okay, so what we're looking for is sitting up tall. And when we go into our side stretch, we want to keep the shoulder down and we want to extend from the muscles that are going between the hips, the rib cage, all the way up through the underarm into the bicep, sometimes pulling on the elbow. So if you can't straighten your arm, that's okay. You can keep a bend in your elbow. Just try to keep your torso upright. So with the right hand down to something, stabilize through your wrist. Inhale, left arm up and then over best you can. And again, that bend might be in the elbow. Look for your arm coming forward and really work to lift up and draw it back. And that might mean more bend in your elbow. Okay, that's all right. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, lifting up your chest. Exhale, maybe reach through those left fingertips, try to wiggle them. And then slowly bring your left hand back down. So set yourself up for what you need on this side. Remember, it could be different. Inhale, right arm up and over. More range of motion for me on this side today, right? So notice those things in yourself. They can change from side to side. They can change from practice to practice. Different styles of practicing as well, right? So lifting up the chest, inhale. Exhale to reach. And then bring your right hand down and just move at your own pace. So an inhale to bring the left arm up and over. Then exhale to bring the hand down. Whatever side you're on, inhale to reach up and over. Exhale to bring it down. You feel like you're gaining range of motion. You might slide the supporting arm further out, the blocks or whatever it is you're using under your hand. Maybe not. If that makes you lean or sink down into your joints, that's not the right choice. So one more time, each side. And then back to your center. So we'll do a little chest lift here. We'll arch the lower back with support. Take your hands, flip them down. You can place them at your lower back. You can place them at the back of your bolster, which is what I'll be doing. You might have blocks behind you that are going to be more accessible, right? So do what's best for you. Take those elbows, draw them in towards each other like you're squeezing your shoulder blades in. That's what you're doing. Keeping the shoulders back, lifting up your chest, engage your core. This can be the shape for you. Make sure you tuck your chin. If you like a little bit more here, maybe you begin to look up a little bit and you just keep pinching those shoulder blades in, squeezing them in. Not pinching in like a painful way, just kind of envisioning pinching muscles in. Deep breath in. On your exhale, stay here longer or walk your hands out in front of you into a forward fold. Take blocks or whatever support you might like out with you under your hands, and then spiral your shoulders back. Tuck your chin so that your neck is in alignment with the rest of your spine. And try to feel the spine. You might need to move a little side to side. Press back down through the hips. Lift up from the chest and see if you can walk your hands a little further. And then lower your head down if you like. And walk your hands back to your body. Let your head come up last. Okay, we'll move into our twist. So support yourself. Sometimes supporting yourself means backing off of the shape. So if you need to do less twisting today, maybe you repeat the side stretches, okay? Left hand behind you. Right hand over to the left leg. Inhale, lift up your chest. Exhale and twist. Lead with your left shoulder. Let your left shoulder draw back. And maybe your neck turns. Your neck does not have to turn. Core is engaged. We want to pull in the core to help support the spine, helps us sit up tall. Deep breath in, exhale and twist. Come back to your center, pause there for a moment, wiggle it out, whatever you need. And then we'll move to the other side, right hand behind you, left hand, right leg. Inhale, lift up your chest. And on your exhale, twist, right shoulder back. Both shoulders down. When you draw the shoulders down, lift up your chest. Sit a little forward. Full breath in, exhale, twist. And come back to your center, wiggle it out, pause, whatever you need to do. And then just begin to move with your breath. Breath should be on the slow side. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale and twist. Keep the core engaged when you move from side to side. Inhales to prepare. Exhales to twist. One more time each side. And back to your center. So second chest lift into a forward fold. Take those hands, flip them down. Find that placement that works best for you. Maybe you change it up. Elbows in, shoulders back. Inhale, lift up your chest. On your exhale, stay here, tucking the chin. Maybe you look up a little bit, but do not lift up your chin. Just look up. It's different. And then walk your hands forward. So lots of ways to fold. Do what's best for you. Lower down to your forearms if it's available. This could add to the stretch in your lower back. You could also change the stretch in your shoulders. Keep your shoulders down and back regardless. And then lower your head down. Walk your hands back to your body, sitting up tall. Okay, so we'll move into our seated leg stretches. Support yourself however you need to. Could be different than what I'm doing, right? So I'm coming down to the ground. You might need to add a bolster. We'll start with both legs out in front of us today. So both legs out. Turn to the side more. Okay, both legs out, rock a little bit left and right. Find an internal rotation of your thighs. So if you can't do that on your own, it's okay. Just take your hands to your thighs. Take the right hand down so that it spins towards the ground and then outwards, like it's going to wrap around your thigh. And you may have to pick up your, flesh back here to flatten out your seat. And then now you have this internal rotation. And we want this on both sides. This is going to open up space in the lower back. And it's going to help the body just be in better alignment when we go to fold. If your body's used to folding without this internal rotation, it'll just take some time for the body to readjust to that, okay? So take a look at your feet, sit up tall, engage your core, point and flex, point and flex. Keep the core engaged. It can be hard to do that and sit up tall, right? You could sit up on a pillow if that was helpful. And then just wiggle your feet around the ankles, wiggle the toes. Just find any kind of sort of, circular or repetitive movement in one direction and then the other. Okay, flex and point. Flex and hold. Sit up tall. Take a deep breath in, hands wherever you like. And on your exhale, a gentle fold forward. For some of us, this is a centimeter of movement, right? That's where we need to work, especially if it's in our lower backs. We want to stay in that space where it feels like you almost can't go any farther. But if you just stay in that space, re-engage and keep lifting, you might notice that there's a little bit of flexibility there added after a few breaths. And then you can maybe fold a little bit farther. Other things you can do is support yourself with stuff underneath your knees, right? Especially if it's really hard between the hips and the hamstrings to have flexibility and mobility. And it protects that space on the backside of the knees if you are a hyper extender, right? So maybe you flex too hard and you push down too hard from the back of your knees. All right, so whatever you're doing, you're engaging the core, lifting up from the belly button, up from your chest, and then hinging forward. Deep breath in, slow breath out. This moment you begin to round into your spine, you back up, create space, and then get back into the shape. And that's years and years and years of training. Okay, tuck your chin, lower your head. Maybe you feel that stretch down your spine. And slowly walk your hands back up. We'll take the right foot and cross it over the left. Right foot over the left. If you can't quite get that connection, just keep it on the other side of the foot. It's no big deal. All right, we'll sit up tall. We'll take the right hand behind us. Hopefully I'm doing this the right way. I haven't taught this in a few weeks. Flex your left foot. Inhale, left arm up. On your exhale, reach forward like you're reaching towards your toes. You should feel the stretch in the lower back. And then hook your elbow around your knee. Lift up your chest. Lead with your right shoulder into your twist. And maybe your neck goes with you. Sitting up tall. Flex your foot. Deep breath in. Exhale and twist. Keep your core engaged and we'll counter twist to the left. And then come back to your center. Extend your right leg. Rock it out a little bit. Make sure that seat is still flat. Slide your left leg up. You can keep it here. You can cross it over. Left hand behind you. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, reach forward and feel it from the shoulder, right? You might feel this from the bicep. Where you have tightness, you're going to feel it more. Hook your elbow around your knee. Lift your chest and twist. So when you pull the knee in, keep pressing your hip down, lifting up from the torso. It's super easy to get curved and crunchy here, right? We want to work against that by creating space. That's probably one of the hardest things we do. We work against rounding. Deep breath in. Exhale and twist. Hips down, torso up. Flex the right foot. And come back to your center and counter twist to your right. And then back to your center, extend your left leg. Take your right leg out. Bring your left foot in towards the inner thigh. This could be, this deep expression of this shape. This could also be with your left leg all the way out. If we have knees that are up in the air because of tightness, put something underneath them to support them. And then they're not going to be contracting and worrying about being tight. They'll be stabilized so you can actually be in the stretch. Sometimes that will help you gain flexibility too. So when I bring the left foot in towards the right thigh, I am pressing the left foot into the right thigh, pressing the right thigh back into the left foot. So there's some activity going on there. Pelvic floor is engaged. Hands to the floor, twist the torso towards the right. Inhale to lift up your chest. And on your exhale, hinge forward. Lifting up from your chest, from your belly button. Belly button's drawn in. Elbows are in. And you use the exhales to hinge a little forward. And if you like to walk the arms forward to add to your stretch, go for it, as long as your shoulders are okay with that. And make your way back up. We'll switch it out for the other side. Left leg extends. Right foot into the left thigh, sitting up tall, flexing the left foot, hands to the floor, twisting your torso towards the left foot. Think of the center of your chest with your toes. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale and hinge forward. And check in with your shoulders here. It's easy to have the right shoulder up. Try to bring it down, create space, lengthening, and then folding. No rounding. And lower your head down, make your way back up. And we'll set up for our restorative portion of class. All righty, so we'll take our bolster and set it up long ways to support the length of the spine. You know, you can give yourself an incline here with something underneath the bottom of the bolster. So it would go underneath to give you an incline. Or you could add a pillow on top, could be a combination of all of these things. Pillow might suit you better down by your lower back. Okay, so just play around with these things. Think of the restorative portion of your class as like a, choose your adventure type deal. What's best for you? So if you'd like, you can have your legs straight. You could have something underneath your knees just to help them be a little bit softer. You could have yourself into a hip opener like Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle with something underneath the thighs, and then recline over your bolster. So I'm going to go hip opener and recline. You might recline and then add your hip opener. Okay. And then I'm going to add a pillow underneath my head. Because in restorative, it's about being comfortable, right? Relaxing to let the body, chill out by using support. So it's okay to be a little excessive here and all the things that you need to help yourself be supported. All right. So once you are comfortable, make sure that as you scan your body, nothing is fighting to calm down. And if it is, then just add some more support. So that could mean a blanket under the feet or over the feet. You could mean a belt wrapped around your thighs. There's a lot of different ways to do these shapes to support ourselves where we are tight. So get creative. If you do something different than me, it's completely fine. Close your eyes. Relax the muscles in your face. So think about the space in between your eyebrows. Try to let that go. Think about the area around the jaw, and you may need to wiggle your jaw a little bit or open and close your mouth to let it relax. Think about the muscles in your throat and the front of your chest. Maybe they feel a little heavier. Heavy through the shoulders. Into the torso, letting go of core engagement. And checking in with the hips all the way down to your toes and repeating this process. It's a way of training your body to relax. Practice. I'll let you know when it's time to move. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. So whatever shape you're in, take your arms across your body, close your shoulders. If you ended up in a hip opener like me, press into your feet, draw your knees in, walk your feet out. You might draw one knee down and then the other, just to close the hips and stretch the IT band. And then when you're ready, slowly come up. Turn your knees to the left. You may like to have something in between the knees to support you, can make your hips more comfortable. Something underneath the ankles, anywhere there's like any kind of pressure, pain, put some support there. Okay, we'll take the bolster close to the left hip. Support the left side of your torso down your bolster. Have something for your hands, especially if you're tall like me. You want your arm to not hang out. In other words, you want your hand or your wrist or your forearm to be able to be supported. Okay, then bring your head down. This could be another place for a pillow. I just use my arm. That works for me, but you might need a pillow. Blankets work great. Weighted blankets work great if you like a weighted blanket for whatever reason. They can really help with grounding the heaviness. Okay, so close your eyes. Excuse me. Closing your eyes, think of relaxing the muscles in your face again. Move that tongue away from the top of your mouth. Soft through the shoulders, down to your hips, down to your toes. Right arm can be where it's most comfortable, and it could change. You could slide the right arm behind you, across your body. If you go across your body, just make sure that you don't round forward. We want to open up here a little bit. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. You're welcome to stay here longer. When you're ready to move on, bring your right hand to the floor, lean a little forward, and slowly push yourself up. We'll take the right hand out towards the feet or beyond the feet. Inhale, left arm up and over. And just a little counter stretch there through the left side. Okay, so we'll turn the knees to the right. I might lose you a little bit in the audio, but we'll be doing the same exact thing. What might be different is how you support yourself. So knees to the right. Bolster towards the right hip. Right arm down, right hand supported. Bring your head down and find what works best for your left hand too. You're welcome to be here longer, or place your left hand down, push yourself up. Left hand down, right arm reaches up and over. and then unwind. Okay, so take your bolster, slide it down. We'll go into a supported twist. So maybe a pillow for your head, maybe a small bolster. Maybe you have different size bolsters than me or pillows, right? So we're going to lay down first, which take as much time as you need to let your body settle down flat, right? It could take, 90 seconds for most of the body to just relax. If we are used to being seated and we're tight, we're not walking that much, laying down flat can feel like a whole body stretch. So give yourself time there first. And then pick up your hips and slide them over to the right, just a little. Extend your left leg long and take your right knee across your body over your bolster or whatever sort of support situation you have. And make sure that if you're using something like a bolster, that it's not up by your torso, that you push it down and you can take your hip with it, right? You can push the hip down and then over so it's not crunchy up towards the body and then over. If you push down and then over, you're going to give some space to the ribs and the hips, IT band, just areas that have a lot of tightness, right? And the glutes and all that. Arms could be in a T shape, palms up. Both shoulders should be down and supported. If your shoulders are in the air, you could wedge a little towel underneath them. You could even put a towel underneath the whole T shape of your arms to give yourself more support. Also to deepen a chest lift, right? It can work two different ways. Look whatever direction you like. Close your eyes. It's getting a little glary out here, so I'm going to keep my eyes closed. Deep breath in, let your belly expand. Slow breath out, shoulders and hips soften. Slowly unwind. Slide your hips back over. Take the arms across the body, close the shoulders. I like to press down into the feet and tuck the tailbone, placing the back down. And then grab your bolster and we'll switch it over to the other side. Right leg extends, slide the hips over, left leg across your body. Arms out into a T shape. Your arms don't have to be in a T shape. If it's better for you to have closed shoulders, have your arms across your body or down by your sides. Or you can have them in a T shape with the palms down. And slowly take your time, closing the shoulders, rolling back, squaring the hips to the shoulders. Draw your knees into your chest. Take your time here, just bringing the knees in to stretch out your lower back. You might rock a little side to side. And if you like happy baby, go for it, grabbing your feet. Heels up, tailbone down. You may still rock a little side to side, but press the lower back down to keep it flat. And if there's anything else you like, settling into your final shape, Shavasana, go for it. And have whatever Shavasana you like. Maybe that's legs up the wall or the chair. I'm going to put my legs over a bolster. Palms flip up, shoulders stay down, heels in, toes out, external rotation of the thighs now as opposed to the internal one we talked about earlier. So closing the eyes, relaxing your face, relaxing your shoulders down to your toes, and scan your body. Practice this technique on your own. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Please stay here longer if you like. If you're ready to move towards your seat, wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe a stretch. And take your time coming up to your seat. So nice out here. I could have fallen asleep just now. Okay, so from your comfortable seat, close your eyes, sit up tall, come back to a little bit of core engagement. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale through your nose, belly expands, big breath. Through your nose, exhale. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Keeping your eyes closed. If it is a part of your practice, palms together at the center of your chest. Thank your mind and your body for what it's capable of today. And give yourself a compliment. A thank you for taking time out of your day for yourself and those around you. As always, namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you to You Call This Yoga. Hope you'll visit our website and see what else we are offering virtually and also in person. And hopefully to see you soon in another class. All right. Thank you so much. Have a good day, good weekend.